everybody! It's been a really long time since I made a new video. It's been about a month actually. It's time for winter, so it's time for my depression. Yay! That's not what this is about. Within the past year I've been really into audiobooks. And I still love to read physical copies of books, but sometimes when I'm like driving to work, I need something to listen to that I don't really want to listen to like music sometimes. I'm really into audiobooks where the authors read their work. Specifically like memoir, like that kind of stuff. I use Audible, which is really great, and I wanted to download something that was like kind of funny. I had recently just finished Shane Dawson's book and also Amy Schumer's book, which she also narrates, so I decided I was going to download his audiobook, and it had shown up on my Audible like based on your purchases. Maybe check this out. We were on the plane coming home from Boston, and I was trying so hard not to laugh out loud at so many of the different things. His audiobook is different because he mentions how he doesn't really know how to name chapters. So instead of naming each chapter, he names best musical accompaniment, best enjoyed with, like a snack or something, and best movie to go alongside it. And so that's what makes it really different than other memoirs that I've heard or that I've read. And so that made it kind of like extra special. And I want to talk about a few different things from the book that I really liked. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want you guys to check it out. But there was like he talks about how he first decided that he wanted to be a performer. And it's a funny incident at his sister's christening that made him want to pursue like a career or pursue a life entertaining and being in front of people. And I thought that was really cool, and I really enjoyed listening to him talk about his childhood / like his like teen years, because he reminds me so much of like a modern day Tom Sawyer. As he was going along, I was like, this sounds like something that Tom Sawyer would do, and it made me really happy because I mean I love Mark Twain, so I love all of his works, and it just made me think of that because he was just like he got into a lot of trouble as a kid, and a lot of like funny kind of trouble, and it just made me think of that, which really made me smile because yeah. I became a James Corden fan after I saw him in Into the Woods. I didn't really know anything about James Corden, so I bought the soundtrack first, and I thought this guy's voice is really cool. I don't know who James Corden is, but he sounds great. And then I saw the film, and honestly, he was my favorite character in the whole entire thing. It's a movie with like Emily Blunt, Meryl Streep, Johnny Depp, Anna Kendrick, who are all really great, but I felt like he was a stand-up performance, and he was also very cute too. And I was just like, I want to know more about this James Corden guy. And it's funny because like a week or two later, it was announced that he was going to be taking over for Craig Ferguson on the Late Late Show, and all of a sudden he just started popping up everywhere, and I'm like, wow, he's suddenly everywhere. But little did I know that he's, had such a big career and stuff. And so listening to the book really filled in like the blanks of like what happened before Into the Woods. And honestly, the book was written in 2011, so this was like before Into the Woods even came out. So I'm really hoping that he comes out with another one that kind of continues, because I feel like his career is blown up so much with Late Late Show, Carpool Karaoke is such a big hit, and just stuff like that. And I think I want more. Sorry, I had to fix the lighting situation. My other favorite parts that I liked were when James Corden talked about the History Boys. I've had that film for like 10 years now. When it came out in 2006, I was working at Target and it came in. I was like, History of Boys. I thought it was called The History of Boys. I like boys, and all these men on the cover are very attractive, and so I took it home and I really liked it, and I actually got to go to a live performance of it, not a performance that he was in, because he originated the role on the stage, and then all the people from the stage performance were in the movie as well, which was really cool. And I was very happy about all the chapters that talked about the History Boys. I thought they were the most interesting to me because I enjoyed the film and I had seen the production, and so I had some kind of grasp on what it was all about. So hearing all of the stuff behind the scenes was really cool. And the book was awesome because it introduced me to new things. A lot of the last part of the book talks about Gavin and Stacey, which is a book that he wrote with his friend, and it kind of talks about how the idea started and how it became this, award-winning show. And I had never heard of it before. I saw it was on Hulu. I watched like a lot of episodes. It's very, very good. What happened was I would listen to the audiobook and I didn't want it to end, so like after a while I started to not listen to it as much because I didn't want it to be over. And so I remember I was getting in my car, getting ready to drive home from work, and he starts out by saying, "This is the last and final chapter," and I stopped listening to it because I didn't want the book to be over. And so I started to listen to another audiobook, and then finally about a week or two later I was like, alright, I'm gonna finish this and I'll just listen to it again. So I finished it. I was very happy. Such a good book. It's called May I Have Your Attention Please? After I listened to it, I actually bought a physical copy of it. This is what it looks like. Whoops. And he's so cute. Oh. Just kidding. Let me fix that. My crush on James Corden is like amplified like a whole lot now. I recommend this book so much. I recommend the audiobook too. I liked listening to it because there would be times that he would be kind of like singing that can't be like replicated in book form necessarily. I mean, you could tell that he's singing, but actually listening to the singing is a whole different story. But the physical copy is cool because it actually has, oh my gosh, because it has pictures in it. And this is the picture that kind of happened to come up. So there he is. Okay, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Read it, listen to it, it's awesome. And now, like, my go-to videos are watching James Corden videos on YouTube. Really want to go sit in the studio audience and I just want to, I want to meet him, but that's not going to happen. But just being in the same room with him would be fine. That would be enough for me because I think that he's so great, so funny, and oh, it's just good. Just read the book, and I want him to make more. James, if you're reading this, make another book. Just make it. You know, bind it yourself and everything. But seriously, you'll laugh, and you'll have a really good time reading it. So check it out. My hair is so weird looking right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry it's been so long since I made like a new video. It's just, I'm hoping that my sadness will not be as crazy this winter, but we'll see. I hope that I can still keep making videos often because it does help me a lot. It makes me feel good, but sometimes it's just that motivation to do things, especially now that it's cold. I just want to lay in bed all day. I don't want to get out because I just want to stay bundled up all day. But I mean, so does everybody else. But when you have depression, it's a lot more difficult. So, well, there's that. Maybe I'll just do a whole other video about that, like I said. But thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. I hit 71 subscribers, and that's amazing. I really, really appreciate all the support. You guys are all wonderful. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Alright, that's all. Bye.